At this point in my life, I have been far more aware of the things that come into, my reality, and I've been looking at them face value head on, right? Because before, I would live through life. Sorry, I would live through life just allowing things to pass by me because I was so occupied with surviving and going through like the root chakra blockages of needing stability and needing basic, things in order to be functional. And my nervous system was always stressed out and always anxious. And, and PTSD-C formed from a young age, and I was constantly trying to regulate myself. And by regulating myself as a child, all that I knew how to do was dissociate and close myself off and really never leave my room. And I was pretty much mute, and I pretty much didn't eat very much either. And this was all throughout my life as a child. And I can remember this like from the age of 8, maybe 9. Because before 8, 9, I was a lot more like talkative. I was a lot more myself. And then something happened, and I became someone completely different. And it is only recently that I found myself and I've been able to talk and be who I am and feel more comfortable within my space and within myself. And this has just been for the past year, literally. So I'm 25 years old, and only now have I found what peace feels like, even though there's a lot going on back there. Like, even though I still have these symptoms of ADHD and PTSD, just whatever you want to label it as, all that I'm saying is that these are layers of myself that still haven't been shed yet. They're catching up, but haven't been there. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I've been through a lot, but here I am standing in a form of myself that I know is closer and closer to the core of who I am. I've always been myself, but now I feel more capable of truly standing within that light. If you're a person and recently you feel like you're realizing things more often and you're seeing patterns and you're thinking differently about behaviors around you, either yourself or people that you know, or situations no longer make you feel that same way, well, that is you shedding old skin. And that is what I have been doing. I relate to you in that, regard, because so much has changed within this year for me. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm perfect now, but I can say that I'm perfectly, like, my eyes are perfectly open, is what I'll say. And that is like the best skill and the best tool that you can have is your eyes being open, because now you have the true, like, clear discernment of things that come into your way and to your path and whatever. So recently, something that I've noticed is how I treat myself when it comes to goals and to capabilities. Before, again, I said I was a very anxious person, never really left, and I never really tried to put myself out there or try to gain more than what I was given. In fact, I would shed more of myself for other people to gain instead of me. And that is a people-pleasing mentality. What this allowed me to do was hide my light, dim it down so other people can have a pedestal up into what they needed to do and where they needed to go. And because of that, I became a really good teacher, and because of that, I became a really good listener, and because of that, I became a really good sibling and daughter and things like this. But I never became a really good, I never became a stable mental person, because I was constantly avoiding who I really was, and that made my mental health deteriorate. But now I'm able to do things, and what I've been realizing is that I have this thought that comes up, and it's like, can I really do that? It's like, can I really do that? Should I really do that? Am I capable of really doing that? And then quickly, now that I'm more aware, I'm like, yes, I can. But it takes like going up the stairs, stepping back, going up, stepping back, going up. That's what it feels like. Everyone says that growth isn't linear, and that's true. But it's like, now that you're aware, you can dance with it. Now that I'm aware, I dance with it. I go up a few steps and then back one and up and down, and it's fun. And I mean, obviously at the point of time when this is happening, I'm like, dang, I don't think I can do this, and then I feel bad. But then I'm like, okay, but it's gonna get better. And the fun that I'm having, the dance, is me talking, like having this faith in myself that, wow, I'm so cool. Like, wow, this is so, I'm doing so well. That's the fun. That's the dance. The communication, the words that I use create a positive energy within my field in reality, because we're all magnetic beings. Now we're getting into more stuff, but it's like, now I'm dancing, and dance movement is electricity. We're creating now. And so now I've found that my words are able to create, and I'm creating for better. Now it feels more alive. Now I feel more alive because the words that I'm saying are I'm truly seeing myself. So what I'm here talking to you guys right now about, because I want to be able to do this more, is explaining that when you have the point in time of your life when you start realizing patterns in your life don't fit you anymore, or you start realizing that habits no longer feel right, things start to become burdens instead of things that you enjoyed. Now your eyes are becoming more open, and you are being able to fully, clearly discern. And although at some points you might feel guilty for choosing the things that you no longer want to do, I want you to understand that the guilt will only make it harder for you to grow. And I feel like what helped me out of this was creating the positive words and creating that dance and being more lighthearted. Obviously, if you're doing things that are harmful, like, you shouldn't be lighthearted about it, like, that's serious. But it's like, if it's like, dang, like, for example, I don't really want to hang out with this friend group, but sometimes you go hang out with them, and then more and more you start seeing, more and more you start realizing, yeah, no, it's not for me. Yeah, no, it's not for me. You're convincing yourself, whatever it may be. But it's like, now that you're aware, at least tell yourself, hey, no, I'm better than this. Hey, this is going to be great. I'm opening the doors for new friends now. Hey, I'm doing so well. I'm not I'm letting people go that I'm not giving space for in my life. Hey, I'm growing so much, and I'm becoming a person that I respect so much that I am not allowing people to waste my time anymore. Keeping these words will help your mind subconsciously form a different opinion, basically, and that will create a new inner you, the you that you truly want to be. It'll let go of these old habits and old ways of thinking. So if you're, living in this part of your life when you're seeing things fall away, and you're like, when is this going to fully happen? I keep falling back down the stairs. Just remember that growth isn't linear, and because it's not linear, it's our duties to prep talk ourselves at every point, like a pit stop, like you're racing and your tires need some air. That is the positive affirmations that you need to give yourself. And that's what allowed me to get here to this place today. I mean, much more, obviously, like praying and stuff also allowed me to get here. But that was the faith within myself to be like, hey, I deserve more. Let me pray and ask for more. That's another positive affirmation. Positive affirmations. This is something that we need to take more seriously. So I want you to know that you're perfectly where you are. And you're perfectly designed, and whatever you've been through and whatever you will go through are lessons, of course, but they're also energetic codes. And the more that we are aware, the more that we can step away from things that we know we don't even have to experience. This energetic code I don't even need, because I'm far more aware. I can understand it without even having to go through it. So the more and more you're aware, the more and more things will become easier. Not easy, like completely, but easier. Easier because you have the faith and strength within yourself to keep moving on, and the strength within yourself to keep yourself positive and to keep yourself aligned. And that will help you get to the next stages. So that way, every time you fall down a stair, one stair, two, you're not upset at yourself, and you're not upset at anything. In fact, you're excited to go up that step again and to go higher. That's the point. So keep that in mind.